I just wanted to quickly go over how to enter some of the stuff from our CYU in a calculator just to make sure we're doing everything correctly. So you'll notice I have the CYU open, and then I also have Desmos open. So if I'm using Desmos with our triangle problems, the first thing I want to do is make sure that I am in degree mode. So to get to degree mode, if I go to that little tool wrench in the corner, you'll notice that down at the bottom I have a choice between radians and degrees, and Desmos will default to radians, and we want to switch it over to degrees, and that's just a matter of clicking the button and now it's in degree mode. Next, okay, so if I'm looking at number 3 here and I want to find C up here. Think about this like an equation where I have 5.2 or 52.6 divided by sine of 36 degrees, and it's equal to C divided by sine of 100. Well, if I want C by itself, I'm going to multiply by sine of 100. And so to get that C value, I would do 52.6 divided by sine of my angle 36 degrees. And then I'm going to multiply all of that times sine of 100. And you'll notice it comes out to the 88.12, which is the value we have down there for C. And I'd basically do a very similar thing to find A. So A, except instead of multiplying by sine of 100, I'd multiply by sine of 44. So I start with that same 52.6 divided by sine of 36. And then I'm going to multiply by sine of 44. Now, if this was a multi-step problem, which we may see in future modules, I may want to assign these variables so I can pull those values and keep using them later. And so one trick with Desmos we can do is if I go over here and I go over to my keyboard, so this was length C, so I'm going to just write C equals. And then every time I put C down here, it's going to give me my value. So I can say, oh, C, and then maybe I want to times it with, this other length. And so if I go over here, I'm going to call this A and put an equals. And so I could do C times A, and it multiplies the two values together. So it just sort of allows me to pull that exact number without having to retype everything. Hopefully this helps you realize what to put in the calculator. The biggest thing is making sure that you are in degree mode, not radian mode. Notice that if I'm in radian mode, my answers totally don't make sense. I get a negative value. And that should always be a sign I'm probably in the wrong mode if my answers don't make sense. Hopefully this helps. It's just a little quick tutorial. Don't be afraid to reach out if you have more questions.